This is a long-tailed Jaeger, a fierce seabird known for its stunning flight. And this one? A mystery bird I photographed recently. I'm going to take you step by step through how to identify both from these photographs. But that's just the start. I have 4 more fascinating bird photos from August 2025 to decode. And here's the twist. You won't get to know their names until we've studied their field marks together. Plus, as an added bonus, I dug through my archive to find a mystery bird from August 2009 for us to identify as well. Let's examine the long-tailed Jaeger first. What do we see? Short neck, stout hooked bill, long, slim, pointed wings. It's shaped much like a gull, but with a longer tail, even discounting the 2 long, thin central tail feathers. The head and breast is white, the belly and undertail is dark gray. There's a large black cap on the head. The underwing is all dark. Do you recognize that this is a Jaeger? What makes it a long-tailed Jaeger? There are 4 things that eliminate Pomarine and Parasitic Jaegers. The very long, pointed central tail feathers. There's no breast band, as in other light phase Jaegers. The other 2 Jaeger species also have white wing patches at the base of the primaries on the underwing. Finally, long-tailed Jaeger has 2 to 3 white primary feather shafts, while the other Jaegers have 5 or more. Here's a Pomarine Jaeger for comparison. Note the tail end shape, breast band, underwing flash, and primary shaft streaks. We're in Arizona for this next one. What's the shape of this bird? We see a rather long-tailed bird. It has a sharp pointed bill. The legs look large and stout. It's in a date palm, perhaps eating them, judging from some material on the bill. The head does not look overly large for its body, and the bird is large compared to the dates, so this isn't a tiny bird, like a warbler. It's somewhat bigger. What are the colors of this bird? This bird has a yellow head and tail, but is gray in the middle. The wings are gray with 2 white wing bars. The back is gray. The bill is pale on the lower mandible, but dark above. The eye is dark. The legs are dark. This view on the ground shows the long, sharp-pointed bill, so that bill shape eliminates any sort of warbler or bunting or tanager. The bill is shaped as a blackbird. This bird, then, is an Oriole. Looking at your field guide at female Orioles in Arizona, only the Bullock's Oriole has bright yellow head and white midsection. Judging by the fresh wing edges and fluffy body plumage, this is a young Bullock's Oriole. For comparison, here's a female hooded Oriole photographed at the same time. Note the worn feather edges of the wing and tail. Whatever wing bars there were are almost completely worn away. That means this is an adult with old feathers that will be replaced in another month or 2 during the fall molt. Notice that the entire bird is greenish, including the belly. Now we go out to sea. It's been several years since I've been on a pelagic trip. This trip, 30 miles off Oregon, was one of those rare days with flat seas. What do you see? Some gray and white birds with long, thin wings with pointed wingtips. Pink hooked bills, pink webbed feet. All the wings are held stiffly out to the side. The underwings are white with dark flight feathers and variable amounts of white on the wing linings. The tail is slightly wedge-shaped and all dark. The head is covered with a gray hood. They are like gulls, but not. Notice that they are all virtually identical. Northern fulmars can be eliminated by the uniformity of these birds. Fulmars come in a kaleidoscope of brown, gray, slate, and white plumage. No 2 birds are alike, much less a whole flock. Fulmars are also shorter necked, shorter winged, and have a shorter yellow-green bill. So they're one of the white-bellied shearwaters. Off the Pacific Northwest, the common 2 are the gleaming, all-white underneath buller shearwater and the larger, smudgy, pink-footed shearwater. And that's our bird. But wait, how do we know they're not black-vented shearwaters, a rare visitor from California? Black-vented shearwaters are patterned very like pink-footed shearwaters, down to the variable smudging under their wings. Black-vented shearwaters are smaller, which is hard to judge at sea or from a photo. However, this size difference makes a big difference in the way they fly. The flight style of the big pink-footed shearwater is slow and lumbering, with deep, slow wing beats and lots of gliding. The smaller and shorter-winged black-vented shearwaters has quick and snappy wing beats with only a pause, a skipped wing beat, as a glide. In this photo, though, it's the thin black bill of the black-vented shearwater that is different from the thick pink bill of pink-footed shearwater. Back to Arizona. What do we see? What's the shape? Large head, small bill with a little hook on the tip, long tail, short wings, thin legs and small feet, upright posture. The large head in relation to the body, short neck, almost spindly legs, along with comparison to the chain link, makes me think it's a smaller bird. What are the colors? Dark gray head, white throat, olive wash across the breast, pale yellow belly, brownish wings, two broad white wing bars, no eye-ring. Bill is black, maybe orange underneath. Do you recognize that this is a flycatcher? If only I had a better look at the underside of the bill and the wingtips. Oh, but I do. Now we can see that the entire underside of the quite broad bill is yellow-orange, all the way to the tip. The primary extension is short. The black primary tips don't extend very far past the white-edged tertials and secondary stack. What are my choices? Definite wing bars and orange lower mandible eliminates eastern phoebe. There's no rust in the wing or tail, so it's not a Myarchus flycatcher. The lack of an eye-ring eliminates all Empidonax flycatchers except for Willow flycatcher, a common migrant through Arizona in August. But how do we know it's not a western Wood-Pewee, a flycatcher with wing bars but no eye-ring? I cover this ID challenge in a video linked above, but briefly, Wood-Pewees usually have dark or mostly dark undermandible, usually. What Wood-Pewees always have is very long primary extension, and as you can see, our mystery bird did not have primaries anywhere near this long. There are many similar looking black and white seabirds in the alcid or auk family. Many are seen far to sea. Identifying them is made harder as they dive frequently and bounce up and down on the waves. What do we see here? A pudgy water bird with a big head compared to body size. The bill is pointed and less than half the length of the head. If you flip the bill around at its base, it wouldn't even reach the eye. The back is dark gray. The sides and neck are white with some gray on the flanks. The face is white. The crown and hind neck are dark gray, almost blackish. The dark crown comes down to enclose the eye, but then the white comes up on the ear coverts behind the eye. If you thought this short-billed swimmer with its white neck extending up behind the eye was a marbled murrelet in non-breeding plumage, you wouldn't be alone. But then why is it following that larger bird around? This photo changes things. The larger bird has a dark head with a dagger-like bill as long as the head. The back and wings are dark. The breast is white, as are the sides, with dark bars on the flanks. This larger bird is a common murre, and the bird following it is its chick. Murre chicks leave the nesting colony when still quite small and unable to fly. They then are fed on the water by its father for many weeks. The young bird whistles plaintively, begging the parents to feed it. If such a small bird seems to be alone, watch. The father is likely underwater, chasing fish for its offspring. The chick remains on the surface. In winter, non-breeding plumage of adult common murres is similar to the chick, with a dark line behind the eye, but, of course, larger with a longer bill. Here's a real marbled murrelet pair, and this is how you usually see them, very close together. They dive, surface, and fly off together. Note the white shoulder patches that distinguish them from Murres and most other alcids on the west coast. What's this plain little bird in the date palm? Look first at the shape. Round body, fairly large round head, the tail is medium length. Legs and feet are dark, but not remarkable. That bill, though, it's short and stout. The lower mandible is thicker than the upper. The upper edge, the culmen, is quite curved. Even so, the bill's not as large as a grosbeak. The entire bird is rather drab brown. There's a hint of a pale eye ring. There is no streaking on this bird. That eliminates any type of sparrow or finch. It must be a bunting. There are no pale wing bars, not even a hint. That eliminates indigo and lazuli buntings. That makes this bird a female varied bunting. And it wasn't alone. This colorful male varied bunting was also eating dates. The main similar species is a female painted bunting. While some are brilliant green, immature females are often dull, as was this one that visited my bird bath 2 years ago. You can barely see the green tint on the crown and back of this bird. We've now reached our bonus bird photo from August 2009. What do you see? A bird standing in water. What's the bird's shape? Plump body, long legs, strongly curved bill, about 2 times as long as the head. What size is this bird? The head is small compared to the body, and it has an obvious neck. This indicates the bird is fairly large. What are the plumage colors? The back is brown with paler indistinct bars and spots. The wing coverts are barred. The individual feathers have dark arrow-shaped centers with broad creamy edges. The neck and breast are densely spotted with tiny brown chevrons. The head is striped. At the top of the head is a white median crown stripe. This is flanked by a dark brown lateral crown stripe. Under this is a white eyebrow that starts from the bill. A brown line from the bill goes through the eye. The chin and lower face is white. The black bill has a pink base to the lower mandible. The legs are blue-gray. That makes this bird a Whimbrel. Note that the plumage is barred plain brown. The underwing linings are heavily barred. A similar species is long-billed curlew. It has a much longer bill. The plumage is more cinnamon. That includes the underwing linings, which are an unmarked cinnamon. Did you like this video? Did you learn something new? Should I make this recent photo ID a regular series? Leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching.